All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are talking about one of the most important building blocks in the Go programming language, the module. And we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to build one right here from the ground up.
So, you ever look at a huge piece of software, I'm talking millions of lines of code, and just wonder how on earth do they keep that from becoming a complete and utter spaghetti mess? It's a massive challenge, right? But the solution is actually pretty clever. You see, instead of building one gigantic, impossible-to-manage block of code, modern software is assembled from all these smaller, self-contained toolkits, and each little toolkit has one job that it does really, really well. This idea is absolutely central to how Go operates.
And that right there brings us to the main event, the Go module. This is Go's elegant answer to keeping our code organized, versioned, and easy to reuse.
So what exactly is a module? Well, you can think of it as a collection of related Go packages all bundled up and managed as one single thing. It's that self-contained toolkit we were just talking about, designed to do a very specific job.
Okay, so what's a module actually doing for us? Well, it's kind of like the project's central command. It groups your code, it nails down the specific Go version you need, and it keeps a list of every single dependency. But maybe its most important job is versioning. For years, developers got stuck in what they called dependency hell, where you update one tiny library and suddenly 10 other things break for no reason. Go modules fix this by locking in the exact versions of everything you use. This means you get stable, predictable, reproducible builds every single time. No more, well, it worked on my machine nonsense.
All right, enough theory. It's time to get our hands dirty and actually build one of these things. The very first step is to draft the blueprint for our project, and we do that with one simple command.
So first, we'll make a new folder. Let's call it Greetings, and we'll pop right into it. And then, the magic happens. Go.mod init. This command kicks off a brand new module, and that path we give it, example.com/greetings, that acts as its unique name, its address on the internet. This becomes super important later if you decide to share your work with the world.
And bam! You hit enter, and Go tells you this. With that one little command, you just created the most important file in your entire project.
That file is called go.mod. I like to think of it as the project's birth certificate. It officially records the module's name, and as your project gets bigger, it's going to keep a running list of all the other toolkits, the other modules, that your code relies on. It is the absolute source of truth for your project.
Okay, we've got our blueprint. Now it's time to actually build something. Let's write our first bit of Go code and bring this module to life.
We're going to create a file called greetings.go and drop this code inside. Now, I know it looks pretty simple, but there are some really core Go ideas packed into these few lines. Let's break it down.
First thing you see is package greetings. Every single Go file has to belong to a package. This line is just us saying, hey, the hello function we're about to write, it belongs in our greetings toolkit. It's all about organization.
Next up, the function itself. Now, pay close attention to the function name, hello. See how it starts with a capital H? In Go, that's not just a style suggestion, it's a rule with a really important meaning. A capitalized name means the function is exported. It's public. It's ready for any other package or module to use. If we had used a lowercase h, it would be private, locked away inside this package. So remember, in Go, capitalization is visibility.
Inside our function, we see this little := operator. This is one of those things developers just love about Go. It's a fantastic shortcut. It lets you declare a new variable and give it a value, all in one clean step. Sure, you could do it the long way, like you see on the right, but Go is all about being pragmatic and readable, and this little operator is a perfect example of that.
And finally, we're using fmt.sprintf to put our message together. This function comes from Go's standard formatting package, fmt, which we made sure to import at the top of our file. It just takes our string, finds that little %v placeholder, and swaps it out with whatever value is in our name variable. Simple and really powerful.
And just like that, we're done. The code is complete. Now, it might not look like much, but let's take a step back, because what we've just created is actually a really powerful foundation. So think about it. In just a couple of minutes, you've built a whole reusable Go module. It has its own greetings package inside, it has a public exported hello function that any other program can now call. And it's all managed by that go.mod file, which makes it a professional, dependency-aware piece of software.
And it all starts with just one
one single function inside one package defined by one module. This right here is the fundamental building block of literally all great Go software. From this tiny foundation, you now have everything you need to build something much, much bigger.
So, you've done it. You've laid the groundwork. This little module is ready to be used, ready to be shared, ready to be built upon. The only question left is, what are you going to build next? Thanks for tuning in.